when it comes to the character of Drax, rage is such an important emotion because it really drives every single decision he makes throughout the story. And I'm curious, just in preparation for the character, kind of staying in that mindset, what did you really tap into in order to like get that proper level of rage?
It's weird, man. Like that's kind of been like the easy part for me, because I was, I did a lot of that with WWE, a lot of that. I was always that guy. And that's kind of the stuff that I was trying to get people to see the other side of me, more of the lighthearted stuff.
Sure.
So yeah, it wasn't, it's one of those things I can turn that rage on and off, man, as I need it. So I'm sure that helped me get the part. But it was the other stuff, the more low-key toned down stuff, playing, giving Drax a heart. That was the kind of stuff that was more of a stretch.
So, and I mean, it is something to talk about because you have the dramatic intensity, certainly, and you do feel the emotion for Drax and his lost wife and daughter. But it is also really funny that he's kind of this serious all the time. And also, of course, you have the way he speaks. Did you ever have a challenge kind of not breaking on the film? Like, did you kind of have to just contain it within yourself?
I mean, there was there was more than a few times where I broke, Chris broke, Zoe broke. Zoe especially. She's very giggly. She breaks out and giggles all the time. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of laughs, and I think that's because there was so much improv and just so much different delivery, and James was also directing us as we went on. So if something sparked in his head, he'd say, "Hey, say it this way, or try it this way, or say this," and it would just be hysterical.
Yeah.
So that thank God for editing. But yeah, it was more than a few times where I just could not keep a straight face.
And revenge just is a Hollywood subject. I mean, it's been around for decades, but it's always such an interesting character idea because revenge it's a shallow surface level solution to a much deeper problem. Even if Drax does kill all of his enemies, it's not going to bring his wife and daughter back. What do you think could actually bring Drax peace of mind?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, and I think that's it. I think that's, and when you watch the film, you'll even see after, he's satisfied that one need for revenge, he's looking for another, because I think you're just looking for something to get rid of that pain, and it's just not going to happen because there's nothing that's going to bring his wife or daughter back, and that's where it all stems from. So yeah, I don't think he's ever going to get over that heartbreak.
And the end of the movie does promise that the Guardians of the Galaxy will return. I'm curious what you are really excited about, like kind of going further into the character.
Just the bigger story in general, and to see where this is all going to lead. That's a cool thing about Marvel. There's so much material to pluck from, and so many stories intertwine, and I, as a fan, kind of want to see where this is going to lead, and also I want to know, because I want to know as a fan, like, more about Drax and more about Gamora and more about Rocket, their past and where they come from, and what drives them. Just kind of get more detailed into their stories,
Totally.
yeah, and that's speaking strictly as a fan, which I am. I want to know.
Very cool.
Yeah.